Alright, everyone, we are back again with some more Rome 2, brought to us by our glorious leader, Uchiha Madara. He is going to lead the village to its great glory, and as such, he's got to beat someone who's glitched in units. Uh, you don't see them, but Sparta has cheated. They're using Wrath of Sparta, which gives them some different units, and in a lot of people's opinion, some better units. So this is definitely going to be a bit of an uphill battle for them. Though to be honest, I like their odds with these factions. So, let's get to the factions. First up, we're going to start with our glorious leader, Madara himself. He's got himself a Royal Peltist General, one fixed ballista, one light horse, two Eastern archers, two Seleucid archers, or not Seleucid archers, Syrian archers. God, I'm genius. Syrian heavies. Uh, Also three Hillmen, 8 thorax swords, and 2 Thoreos spears. Next up, we have Bing Chilling as Masacily Desert Rome. He's got himself one fixed ballista. Of course, his general is an armored Numidian rider. I think probably one of the better generals in the roster for mobility and damage, though they are a little bit weak when it comes to holding in sustained combat. 13 Desert Legionnaires, 2 Numidian Light Infantry, and 3 Slave Infantry. These guys are going to definitely win the game for him. These guys are the elites of the elite. Look at those stats. I love how all the low tier infantry has so much weapon damage, but so low chance to hit. Finally, we have Pontus, brought to us by Wazir GK1. He's got himself 11 Pontic swords, including his general, 1 fixed ballista, 2 Eastern archers, 2 Pontic peltists, which, been a while since I've seen these guys, and even longer since I've seen the next unit. Where are they? Oh, 2 pikemen. I don't normally see pikemen with a Pontus build, which is really weird. If I go pikemen, I prefer the bronze shields. But I usually see a Pontic sword spam with some cavalry is what I normally see. I don't normally see pikemen. I just might be biased in what I see. But of course, finally, 2 naked swords rounding it out, which I am appreciative of. And of course, as part of the generalship is the Pontic sword as well. That's what I'm used to seeing. A lot of Pontic swords, maybe a few chariots, maybe a few cavalry units, but mostly round Pontic swords like this. But on defense, we've got ourselves Phase Hamter as Pergamon. Carthage we have as Der Hopton. And of course, Sparta is Ruffle. Of course, he doesn't have anything out, so we don't know what he's got. But he is Sparta, and we'll see his units in a second. Let's get started.
Behind these walls, our enemy cower in fear, frightened to face you in
Well, that was a short speech. That's really sad. Oh, whatever. Looks like they might have either moved or halted movement on them, which of course causes the end of the speech, which makes me sad. Of course, these 3 are pushing up to take the towers up, because they're the most expendable. One thing I want to note is this with the Numidian light infantry. They do not have stock, so they do not remain hidden. So they are fully visible, as you can see, as there's no little eye above them like with this last remaining slave infantry that's in the forest. Which means they are visible, so let's see if the defenders pay attention. Of course, the Hillmen are moving up now to take the other walls.
Get that tower moving!
And one thing I'll always recommend is take down this wall, because that will knock down the ballistas that are always placed there, which is always good. Okay. He placed his ballista further down than I would like. I still like the ballista here, in this position, so you can get that nice little angle down there. Alright, and this is what I mean. He's got himself Skiritai, which are about 380 gold, and they're actually pretty good. So that's a pain in the butt, and he is definitely cheating for that. But we shall see how he ends up doing. And worry about this, because sometimes if you place them next to each other like that, they'll break each other. Usually you want to do one at a time. Oh, they're dead anyways. Oh, nice. They lucked out. Now, of course, there is still that wall right there. More Skiratari. Ah, I did see a unit there. Another unit of Skiratari. How do they get hit in there? It's wild. Ah, it's got to turn around. Yeah, happens sometimes. Militia hoplites. Relations. Galax Italians. Okay, frontline relations. This is on large funds, of course, so Pergamon is far more viable. Persian Lights moved up, nice. Trying to do what they can. Yep, that's actually what I was just taking a look at to see if what happened. Yep, and there goes the wall. And it is destroyed. Yeah, make sure you take out both of those walls. Destroys the tower, Ballista Tower. It is really nice. Front line is taking some real hammering with those ballistas. 47 kills already. But see, this is why I like that artillery in the side. That would have been a nice little pathway to hit. Managed to hit, nice. Burning a few of those boys. It's the last ballista fired. They're down to 2, they're at 11. 6, and of course 52. So I'll be honest, I don't mind the tower here, because they're not pushing here, and it's not going to stop them from getting in. They're not throwing themselves onto a single choke point. This is a pretty wide area that can get them a pretty decent foothold, which gives them 3 avenues of attack. Now, biggest issue is I don't think they're putting their archers down this corridor, so it's not really a big deal if they do that, because most of their archers are going to be in this area. Over here, what I would do is when the push truly starts, maybe get like 2 or 3 towers in to try to secure those walls. Jump down and kill a few units. Oh, poor Hillman. We're at 30 kills, though. These Galax are being shot to pieces, but they have 80 kills, so you know what? I think they've done their job. Good job from Carthage there. I mean, those Italians are just getting beat up. Up to 49 kills there. Still at 6. Oh my god, what? 133. I love standard shot because people don't notice you're shooting at them, though they don't look like they're reacting either way. Oh, poor Italians. Are they going to destroy that? I wouldn't destroy this one because it's got a way down. Yep, Libyans are coming up. Slaves. Another unit just taking the brunt. I mean, that's what they're there for. To die for the cause. See how the thorax end up doing. Lots of javelins, but Gallics versus Legionnaires, oh boy. They are not in a fun fight. Maybe even bring that last unit of Pontics to hit this last unit, break that front line completely. Yeah. The Gallics are dropping. Galatians are not going to do well. Yeah. This is the benefit of armored thorax against some of the lower tier barbarian infantry. Is they do a lot of damage, but they can't break through the initial armor set. So, you end up lucky. Yep. Okay, more Desert Legionnaires coming in. Looks like Pontics are going to get ready to make up the second line with another thorax. Do we have an archer? 117 kills, though. Nice. Desert Legionnaires firing down. Slave infantry trying to make a buffer so they can fire in. Yeah, this front line is not going to hold for too much longer. Yeah. Still 2 units. And they did a smart play by moving the Gallics out. It pushed the Thorax in, and they moved them back in. Nice job, Pontus. That's exactly what you want. Oh, and that's going to be a charge in the rear, and yeah. And on the wall we have some Thorax and some of those Hillmen. Thorax with 127 kills. They're going to start cutting through. Yep. Great job there bringing that tower up, and of course bringing that up as well. Those guys are at 99 kills. Oh, they're at 69 men. Let's go. No! That unit's pretty much worthless. But over here in the main fight, they've pretty much broken through the front lines. Yeah, you can see Legionnaires coming in. These guys are going to drop soon. They're now fighting Libyans. Libyans getting around on the slave infantry. That Scorpion's starting to get some kills. Let's see if they actually get some real kills or they get sniped out. Iberians doing their job really well, getting that flank shot in, but now that these Legionnaires are free, they can move up and in. Same with the second unit with them, and that's Luke. This is going to be really nasty for the front line, because they cannot, those Galatians cannot pull back. Yep, first unit trying to get into them. Sparta Pergamon to notice. Libyans coming in to try to support. You're going to need to go in and hit those Libyans. Brutal artillery. Still has all of his Greek Scorpions. Up to 25 kills. A lot of ammo being utilized, though. That's what worries me, is a lot of ammo looks like it's being used. And I don't think Desert Rome has any... No, he does not have any ranged. Not even the javelins, which I love. They still have not noticed the non-hidden boys over there. But this front courtyard is now in possession of the attackers. Scorpion's still up and running, 32 kills now. How are the kills looking? 170, God, 6, 64, and how's this one? 111. Dude. This artillery is just having a field day. I mean, Desert Legionnaires going out, but they have 216. We have Thoreo Spears now, doing what they can. Oh, if they don't charge in, then they manage to get another shot in. Nice. That's perfect. Alright, they finally got in. And Libyan Peltis. Holy cow. Okay. Lots of Peltis in this fight. Because, of course, yeah, Galatia's got Peltists. And they have Peltis too. Ooh, these are some good Peltis too, if I remember correctly. Yeah. Pretty decent Peltists. Yep, all of these have javelins, and they do really well. Pontus is doing their best to hit, but they're not going to beat Libyans, even without the archer. But they'll lose to Libyans. Silencing the infantry. That's very dangerous. Get the Desert Legionnaires to get on. Back. Over here is still stalemate. Yeah, it looks like the wall push did end up failing. Get off that tower soon. Yeah, it looks like the main thrust is going to be along here. Thorax, of course, getting shot in the flank. Yep, those Libyans winning. Of course, Credence helped, yeah. Pontics are going to have a bit of trouble. This has been great artillery fire, to be perfectly honest. They have done a wonderful job just drenching an area in fire. We're able to get through to the Agimas. That's a very dangerous position to be in, Galatians, because you're about to get attacked in the rear. And shot, oh boy. Persian Lights going in. But of course this is going to force these guys to pull back. Royal Spartans here, holy cow. That is a very dangerous position to have Royal Spartans. Yep, shots head in the rear, the Royal Spartans are ready. Someone this Syrian's about to do the same thing. Let's find out. Thorax getting up. Yep, look at that. The Royal Spartans had to thin their lines out. This is a massive fire, for sure. Alright. That scares me. I think it's like such an elite unit because the Agimas look like that. I assume these are Agimas, but these are very heavy. Are militias very heavy? That feels weird, because they have 55 armor. How are they very heavy spear infantry? I don't know, I'm losing my mind. Thorax eventually now being whittled down. Desert Legionnaires now trying to break through the Libyans, but yeah. So the issue with these guys is they all function like the Rails, if I'm not mistaken. You can control their fire. I've not played Wrath of Sparta ever, so I don't know much about it. Though someone knows that they do function as the Rails, that would be appreciated if you let me know. I am curious. Hey, those militia hoplite are winning. What general do they have? Noble cavalry. Ooh. Nice choice. Of course. Yep, the Pontic swordsman. Yeah, a lot of fire coming down on these guys. Yeah, Libyan infantry still showing they're winning despite everything. Because Libyan infantry are just that good. That puts them about even. Yeah, they're gonna break through that. Assuming these guys are out of ammo. Yeah, they're at 220 kills. Yeah, this is just brutal. Archer fire right into the back. Oh! That's a lot dead. They're firing with their Syrian heavies. Slave infantry getting in though. Kills there. That slave infantry should be able to finish. Ah, they're being shot. It's a hell of a brutal set of shots right there. That's breaking through. Next line. Let's go, let's go, let's go. It's literally a line of range before they get to their elite infantry. There's the Royal Spartans, Gimas, Akimas, oh my gosh, Peltists. But this line also is not looking very healthy. Pontic swords starting to break through. I mean, I don't know why you didn't keep the Libyans in. You could have won that fight. And they're not going to be good for much of anything after this fight. Yeah, you're going to have to break through Royal Spartans, which is going to be a pain in the butt. Well, that tower's now on fire. More Desert Legionnaires taking the walls. And the walls are now pretty much secured for them. They're sending another Libyan up. That's a damaged one. Bring one of the Legionnaires probably down. Take out this unit. Yep. Nice, you got the Royal Spartans positioned, so they can get shot. Alright, the next push, the Thorax trying to take the brunt of that. Oops, I don't know why I did it that way. Yeah, Legionnaires are going to rip through these guys. These Libyans are dropping. At this point, it's just a difference in numbers. There's just so many more. Ooh, nice kill. Yeah, they're firing it. Down to 60. Yep, they're putting another Libyan up on the walls. Now they're actually moving it off. Interesting. Yeah, Desert Rome is getting ready to break through here into the next layer, which has 2 injured Libyans and more of these Sciatari. The Royal Spartan general. Left flank is still... Yeah, they're forced onto the defense on the left-hand side. They're not breaking through. This is just a charnel house. So many units that can throw javelins. You need to charge in against them, so you can make sure you take this. Boop. Towers are on your side now. Yep, 60. They're losing properly. But you are starting to break through here, which is good, a good sign to see. Units getting low on health. For sure. Javelins don't live forever. Once those javelins are done, your infantry are going to start winning. Question is just do you lose too many men to be able to push that corridor? But you do have a good number of men still remaining. You should be fine. There's one pike. Other pike pulling back.
Hack them down! Enough, man! Pull back!
Yeah, those guys definitely are Thraos. Yeah. Okay, yeah, he's pushing his men up there. The fact that they have not noticed the fucking ambush, despite them not being hidden, pisses me off. That's just map awareness at that point. And it does not seem like they have it. Because these guys... Yeah, as the fact that you can see that they were damaged means they were unhidden. They wouldn't take damage if you couldn't see them. Because the towers don't fire on hidden enemies. They're just ignoring that. I don't know if they have some defenses or if they're just dumb. We'll find out. Pontic's pulling back. Mainly because Royal Spartans are there. Can you hit that with your peltists? Because if you could...
Back now! Fire! Get moving!
Pikemen are pushing up. Yeah. To be honest, pikemen are not a good matchup normally in this fight, but when Sparta brings a ton of Thraos, basically, it becomes very dangerous. But he is forcing them back with the pikes, so he's doing a great job, but he is about to be... He's about to be javelin down. Great job eliminating some of the ranged. Those guys are out. I mean, there's not much range left. Scorpion ended up with 79 kills. Peltis have ammo. There you go. Legionnaires are doing a great job. God, you're really going to allow them to do this? You really allow them to do this, I'm going to be disappointed in you lot. Okay, no coward. You know, we can see some of the artillery. 114, 124. Where's the Seleucid one? Oh, whatever. I can just do this. Where? 222. Holy shit. Yeah, with this push, yeah. Thorax can get in. Pikes are not getting many kills, but they just did what they needed to. They pushed the enemy back, and this is now big for the attackers. One, if Desert Rome wanted to, they have this corridor they can move up to get into the rear, get into the flanks of the enemy, kind of rotate around like this and like that, and just do some real damage. Same with the light horse, which I think is still around. I don't know where the light horse went, I'll be honest with you. I think they might have died, pitifully enough. But they are now pushing on this point. Galatian swords now being hit. Desert Legionnaires pushing up, and of course, I want to make sure those guys are turned around, because they are now cutting off this retreat. The enemies now have to retreat all the way back this way. They're not facing the right way. They're not. They still don't see it. You gotta be kidding me. Now they're trying to get javelins off. Honestly, if I was Desert Rome, I would push in this way. Put some pressure on them. Aid Pontus out. Well, they're just about to get some kills. Agima's fighting against Thorax. Well, Pontus is going to have fun. Yep, there we go. They've been noticed. Two more Agima spears in the back. I would not charge with that Numidian Light. I would wait for the Noble Cap to try to come in and javelin them. Which is exactly what they're doing. Oh, they did not get their javelin off. That is sad. No! Yeah, you should have just halted. No, I don't know what they would have hit. Yep, naked swords coming on in. They're going to rip through these. I mean, the pikes did what they needed to. I mean, the pikes allowed them to push up along this whole line. And that's the benefit of pikes. They're not going to look like they did a lot. But they did a shit ton. Yep, naked swords getting ready to go in. And this is going to collapse this front and do a lot of damage here. Of course, levy pikes are dropping. African pikemen, okay. Yeah, they broke through that. Oh no. Those poor Agimas. Frenzy charged in. Oh, those Agimas are dead. Once they're gone, literally, yep, exactly that. There's the other pike. Yep. There's a bit of pike stacking at this point, which I am not going to fault them because Sparta cheated. And I'm a lot less of a stickler of rules when someone else on the other team cheats. Yeah, they are just ripping through. Pelta should be dropping next. Now Royal Spartan is surrounded. They're gonna die. Really no escape for them. African pikes moving in. The Desert Legionnaire is going to win because they're dealing with nothing. A Peltis, which would be good against low tiers, but it's not going to do very well against a Desert Legionnaire. Oh, there is still a Libyan in there, so maybe those two combined can do something. Those pikes need to reform. They are taking a lot of damage.
By your command!
This front is about to collapse. Honestly, bring the last noble or naked sword like this and like that. And that should get a full surround off and allow you to just get a ton of attacks on them. Or if you don't want to do the naked sword, you can do it with the Pontics as well. Just something to get the full surround off and break those guys. Yep, and here's what we needed. Noble Cav's gonna, or not Noble, Armored Numidian Riders. This quarter's been taken. Yeah. Why are you trying to run through that? Like, what benefit do you have for running? You just allow the Royal Spartans to be fully surrounded. Those are pikes in their ass. Well, those Royal Spartans are about to die. 155, nice. Yep, and the infantry was killed. Those guys didn't get out. How did you take that damage? Did you just allow them to get shot? That's what it seems like. African pikemen down to 58. Fucking Skiratari. Yeah. Desert Rum moving along the back to open up more avenues. There's 6 minutes left. This is definitely a fight in favor of Madara at this point in the attackers. But the mid-tier definitely did their job, and this was bloody. These guys did fucking well. For the most part. That is really brutal for a 380 or 300 something infantry. Like, God. Hey, it's not fair. Yeah, get in there, Thorax. See if you can do a little bit. No, they're still winning that fight. 6 to 9 men. Nice. Oh. That African pikeman's still holding. Yeah. That cavalry is moving up really far ahead of the rest of the infantry. I would be worried. Not so far ahead. They are very tired. I like how they're still trying to hold here. Yep, get those nakeds in. Yep, that's exactly what you want. And now nakeds are going to charge. And to frenzy. Nice. Yep, look at that drop in units. Yep, and then increases weapon damage, so... Yeah, losing decisively. A full surround on the Spartans. There we go, they're making sure they're not pike stacking anymore. Those Spartans can't really do much. They are definitely trapped. Oh, well, look at that play. I'm assuming he's gonna... Yeah, not move up. I mean, at this point, second win one of them, which he did, and charge on in. Gimas do not do as well in melee combat, like a lot of hybrid infantry. Trying to make sure you don't pike stack. At that point, it's just all in. See. Nice. This should get them up to 200 kills with that charge. Yep. There we go. Why are they going outside? I don't know, but hey. Yep, as you can see, they are now winning decisively. Next unit of infantry, going to bottle that unit up, and I'm assuming he's going to go around and try to get around like that. Once he bottles the last unit up. Yeah, this is what I mean. Like, Agimas are great units, but you can't really bring too many of them because this happens. And they just get mulched. It's a sad thing, but it happens. I mean, can't do much about it. Yeah. 105. Royal Spartan General's gone, which means that's going to be gone. Yep. 2 minutes left still. This fight's been won by Desert Rome as well. Desert Rome, I think, is the healthiest army left? I don't know. There's still some good amount. I mean, that's still a pretty good core for them. Honestly, ooh, maybe Pont. I would have to still say it's Desert Rome. Desert Rome is definitely still the healthiest. Not by much. Not by much. That's the nature of a lot of Legionnaires. Yeah, they're going to go into square. Prevent the rear charge. That is a smart idea. I believe they encourage each other. Yes, they do. They both have encourage. Need to know. It is right there. They're also disciplined, so if the general dies... Yeah, there you go. Probably get back in square.
Engage!
Where's the rest of that unit or their flag? Like... This one? Yeah, it is this one. They've got into two. Yep, javelin them.
Advance at speed!
That Agima's going to drop. Yeah, this is army losses. So this is definitely going to be the end. Get the full surrounds off. Honestly, if I were the Agimas, I probably would not have brought second wind with that Galatian army he brought. Probably bring an encourageability, because, yeah. So you're not really second winding much. That is it. Costly victory, which is also Pyrrhic. And some good kills overall. Alright. I think, to be perfectly honest, Carthage, I think, did a great job initially. I think he held pretty well overall. Well, we'll get to it in a minute. He actually did really good with his Noble Cav. Sad I missed that. Desert Rome, 25, 125 on that African Giant Ballista. Desert Legionnaires, 216, 117, 205, 197, 135, 344. 135 and still full health. 123, 140, 102, 190. Yeah, and that makes about sense. 43 on a slave infantry, that's pretty good. Pontus, of course, 114 on his ballista. Peltist, 148. Naked Swords, 162, 112. His pikemen, man, 191, 168. Wonderful job with them. Pontus had, I think, the biggest play. He actually managed to push through that left-hand flank with one of those pikemen. Didn't get many kills, like he was at 30 kills, but he managed to push them all the way back to the gate and allowed his allies to push up and get in, which definitely caused the collapse of the center by the stairs. If they couldn't do that, they could have held far longer in the center. They would have been fine, I think. Pontic Swordsman, 154, 101, 135, 129. Yeah, Pontic Sword stuff. Madara, of course, 257 on that Royal Peltis and still healthy. 222 on that Giant Ballista. 101 on the Light Cavalry. I missed all the cavalry this game. 240, 220 on the Persian Light Archers. Syrians, 265, 223. And then Thorax, 117, 147, 228, 197. 108, 168, 108, 115, 110. Phase Hamter, playing as Pergamon. 107, 69. 166. Peltis, 119, 114, 130. Levy Pikeman got 95 kills. That's impressive. Galatians, nothing too crazy. That still throws me off with that Militia Hoplite being very heavy. Sparta, the cheating. Royal Spartans, 152. Helots, 159. 38K Peltis, 149, 164. And then all these act as the rails pretty much. 169, 119, 133, 226, 112, 69, nice. 110, 115. Some pretty good kills with them. Definitely the top of the army. And then, of course, Carthage. I missed that cavalry. 260 on the Noble Cav. Wonderful job. Well, I'm assuming most of that came from the Numidian Light Infantry, to be fair. Cretans, 135, 122, 171, 113 on those Peltists. I'm surprised the Galaxy didn't do. Well, they got shot. That's fair. Libyans, 117, 174. Yeah. He basically, from what I saw throughout the battle, he was the front line while the Sparta was able to just fire javelins with these boys here. Which definitely helped. That's definitely what you want to do a lot of the time. You're not going to look like you do very well if you do it, but you did well. Honestly, not much to criticize, not much to, well, I guess much to praise in this. Attackers did a wonderful job attacking. I think Pontus had the biggest play, allowing the corridor push up. Of course, Masesoli and Seleucid did their jobs, grinding down the center and the right flanks as well. It's just they broke that stalemate on the left-hand flank, which allowed for the total collapse of the center, because that happened at the same time as the right flank collapsing. So that was a wonderful job by the attackers there, whether by coincidence or by design. Defender-wise, I think they did a great job initially holding that left-hand side, keeping the defenses up. They did pull back to a good defensive point, but by then it was a bit too late. Biggest things I can criticize is you should have dealt with those. I guess they didn't want to put any resources to defend against those light infantry, so that's fine. But I would have just been cautious with that. Probably nipped it in the bud. But that's about it. Any other criticisms I would have? Oh, I guess just mainly the Pergamon army. I think that's too many Agimas. Especially when your ally does this. I think that's just too many Thraeos in general for you to have been able to have a chance to win. If Pergamon's bringing that many Agimas, this guy needs to bring a few more standard hoplite. If he's bringing that many units, maybe bring a few units of cavalry to act as a fast maneuver force. Try to hem in the enemy. Or maybe a few more Galatian swords. I don't know. Though you are at 7, so it's not like you can bring much more if you play by our rules. You can't bring any more. But that's about it. You all have yourselves a wonderful time. I know I don't think Joe is doing a fight night tonight, so I might try to do a few battles. We shall see how I am feeling. Well, all of you, bye for now.